Hi guys, Mr. Malago here. So last week we learned about gesture drawing, some gesture drawing basics, starting with essential lines, building their shapes off of those lines, and then adding our large then small details in order to make an object what it is. Remember, gesture lines are supposed to be like quick and flowy and very easy and free going. Your hand should be kind of pulled back on the pencil as you're doing them. This week we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to be using gesture lines to draw people. More often than not, probably people in motion. We'll start with still people, then we'll move on to quicker people. However, for this demonstration, I don't have any people other than myself, so I had to employ the help of Squall here. He said he's going to help me out, right? That's right. All right, cool. So I want to very quickly use gesture lines to create Squall. This is really helpful if that person's in motion. So I'm going to start with my essential line. My essential line will start off being wherever the spinal cord of that person is. Remember, the spine it's not a straight line from the side. It generally goes out and then bends in to where the lower torso is. But looking at it straight on like you are here, we're going to do a quick line. So you're going to watch me. I'm going to start off by doing gesture lines. I'll start with the gesture line for the spinal cord, the essential line for the spinal cord. Then we'll do the essential line for the arms, and then essential line for the legs and the head, and then we'll build off of that. Remember the steps that we used last year when we were drawing people. I showed you guys how to draw people by using shapes. So here we go. Starting off with that spinal cord line. Always going to get the head in there. Here we got the shoulders. Okay, so we've got the arm that's kind of going down here, and we have the arm the elbow looks a little bit more upward. Then we have the essential line here and the essential line here. All right, so kind of your basic stick figure, right? Everyone can do a stick figure. So now let's build off of that. So we'll start doing the piping. So where's his neck at? His neck's right here. Let's do the rib cage. Rib cage is right here. Notice he's sitting at an angle for me. So this left side is going to be a little bit lower than this right side. Let's get the basic shapes off of that line right there for the torso. Here we have the shoulders. Look, I'm just doing shapes, just circles. That's it. Hand right here, hand right here. Doing these, let's connect the dots. La, la, la. So there we go. All right, so I have, this is called the piping. All right, I did very quick, very loose lines, and now later on I can come in and start doing small details. So angle of his face is more over like this. It's actually downward facing. Let's get the nose, let's get the mouth. Throw on the ears, his hair. Look, I'm just laying out the shapes of some of the things I see on his clothes. Some basic shapes. Okay. Of course, he's got some belts on his pant leg. His pants are kind of baggy, so I'm just going to use some in and out lines there. And you can see now I'm just starting to add those finer details once I got the basic shapes on there. So again, I'm working from broad to more complicated. Let's get some folds in his shirt there. His shirt should come out just a little bit. Let's get his belt. He's got little dots on his belt. His second belt, because remember, more belts, the cooler you are. More belts you have. Let's do like the little belt clips. And you guys get the general idea. All right, now, like, what if my character wasn't in such a basic pose? You know, what if my character was like running? How would I do it then? So let's kind of adjust Squall here to a running pose. Let me try to prop his leg up so he's more like this, so it looks flat to you guys. All right, so let's say I was to do it from the side, and I was supposed to do it to this pose here. Central line for the spine. See that the arm's going out like this. Legs going out like this. Other legs like this. Can't really see that one arm, like maybe just the tip of it. So now I'm going to start getting those gesture lines for the shapes. Get the shoulder. Trying to get the flow of the movement here. It looks like his head. You don't really see too much of his neck there. Maybe just the back. Some fingers. So here's where the leg is connecting. So notice, like my hands pulled back on the pencil. Just trying to get the flow of the movement. In the object. I'm not going to see his face, his hair kind of covers up. Here's his ear. There's that feathery area in his clothes. Now I'm going to start getting those details in. Got kind of a baggy shirt, or jacket, rather. Getting belts. Notice I'm working quick. I'm just trying to get the flow of the movement of my model. When you're drawing from life, that's really just kind of the key. You want your lines to flow just like the lines of whatever you're drawing. Remember, you're not looking for perfection. You're looking for flow when you're gesture drawing. See, there we go. We got the flow. This works at any angle. This technique works at any angle. The key is to start those essential lines, and again, I'm just building off those essential lines until I'm eventually getting the figure that I want. Okay? So, we'll be working on this. We'll be practicing this. We'll have some still models, and we'll have some moving models. All right? Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in class.